Their eyes are glued to the floating life preserver as Stuart bobs it toward the surface. Meanwhile, the others are struggling to keep their heads above water, but it's getting tough. One minion pulls on his buddy's leg, and just like that, they both disappear beneath the waves. One by one, they all get pulled underwater by their friends' unintentional tugging. As their eyes slowly adjust to the sunlight, they realize they're on a beach, but this isn't their usual spot. Instead of the iconic pyramid, there's a gigantic inflatable banana in front of them. What a sight, right? But where will they go? What strange adventures await them under the sea? Only one way to find out. Upon closer inspection, the minions see they can fit inside the life preservers. They circle it in awe, marveling at how big it is. Suddenly, an idea strikes them, and they quickly don their new flotation devices. With the life preservers serving as makeshift rafts, they glide effortlessly through the water. Bobbing up and down, they make their way toward a mysterious cave up ahead. It feels like they're on Cloud 9 or maybe even Cloud 0. Kevin leads the way, his trusty goggles firmly in place. Bob follows closely behind, clutching his teddy bear Tim tightly. And Stuart brings up the rear, his signature backwards hat perched jauntily on his head. Kevin alerts the others, and they turn around to face the shrinking opening. To their surprise, they fit just fine. Kevin puts a record on the turntable and cranks up the volume. Bob does the mashed potato, Stuart shakes his groove thing, and Kevin busts out some fancy footwork. They're dancing and twirling amidst the ruins, having the time of their lives. But then, the minions freeze in their tracks, petrified with fear. They scatter in different directions, each trying to find a hiding spot. Bob ducks behind a pillar, Stuart hides under a rock, and Kevin dives into a nearby hole. As they move through the darkness, piranhas swim by, unable to follow them into the tunnel. Safe at last, the minions catch their breath, relieved to have escaped the underwater predators. Suddenly, the cavern fills with lively music, setting the stage for an underwater dance party. They gasp in awe at the sight before them. The minions let out a breath of relief as they squeeze through a narrow passage. "We have to get this back to the surface," Kevin says urgently. Together, they navigate the grotto, making their way toward the exit. Once it's gone, the minions cautiously emerge from their hiding places, exchanging nervous glances, still shaken by the close encounter. To their horror, they realize they've entered a one-way tube. Their journey had been filled with peril and wonder, but they succeeded in restoring the seasons and bringing balance to the world. An octopus, intrigued, reaches out with one of its tentacles and takes the life preserver. The minions cheer as they see the first signs of fall crisp leaves and pumpkins. They know these meddling minions will cause trouble again, and the octopus is already devising ways to keep them out of harm's way. It dons the life preserver like a stylish hat, much to the amusement of the minions. But just when they think they're safe, the piranhas dart around them, sharp teeth on display. As they lie on the grass, sharing stories and laughter, they feel a deep sense of contentment. The minions snuggle up to each other, grateful for their friendship and the beauty of the world around them. The camera pans away, leaving the sleeping minions to their peaceful slumber. The last rays of sunlight fade from the sky, and the forest is enveloped in darkness. With a mischievous grin, one minion taps the shoulder of another unsuspecting friend. The forest comes alive with nocturnal creatures venturing out to begin their nightly routines. The sound of crickets chirping fills the air, providing a calming backdrop to the night. Stars twinkle like distant fireflies, adding to the enchanting atmosphere. Suddenly, one minion jumps, startled, and spills his pumpkin spice latte all over. Kevin takes charge, herding the others toward a cluster of coral. He knows there's a secret passage hidden within. Let's take a deep dive and follow the minions on their latest underwater adventure. The minions sleep soundly, unaware of the nocturnal ballet happening around them. The day is finally winding down. The soft glow of the moon bathes the forest in a serene light, lulling all living beings into a state of tranquility. As he reaches out to touch it, a surge of energy envelops him. He knows that no matter what, these little guys always find a way to make him smile. Suddenly, it clicks. This artifact is the key to ending the perpetual summer and restoring balance to the seasons. Hope surges through them, and they swim with renewed vigor toward the light. Emerging from the tunnel, they find themselves in a beautiful underwater grotto, rising up from the depths, spitting out seawater and gasping for air. Kevin points at the life preservers and then at the banana, giving the order, "Take them inside." Stuart and Bob understand their mission and waste no time dragging the life preservers toward the opening of the banana. They navigate through the underwater ruins with ease, pointing out interesting finds to their companions. They activate a lever, causing a geyser to erupt from the ground. Then they discover a treasure chest overflowing with shiny trinkets. Bob, ever the cautious one, takes a slower approach, carefully examining the surroundings. Meanwhile, Stuart can't resist exploring every nook and cranny, darting between the pillars and giggling mischievously. As they walk toward it, they spot 3 life preservers on the ground. Kevin takes the lead, steering his life preserver with newfound confidence. With the wind ruffling their hair and the sun on their faces, they navigate toward their massive banana destination. Behind him, Stuart struggles to keep his upright, occasionally tipping over and spraying seawater everywhere. Bob, however, seems to be enjoying the ride, keeping his cool and steadily moving forward. Their journey across the water is smooth sailing, or should I say floating. Upon reaching the shore, the minions waste no time climbing out of their life preservers and running toward the giant inflatable banana. Kevin, being the natural leader that he is, takes charge. The minions fit perfectly inside the spacious banana, with plenty of room to spare. As they drift along, they decide to add some excitement to their journey. Suddenly, Stuart notices something strange. The opening to the tube is getting smaller and smaller. With no other options, they brace themselves for an inevitable squeezing experience. On the other side awaits a brand new set of adventures. As they venture deeper into this underwater wonderland, what surprises will they encounter? Only time will tell. Emerging from the tube, the minions find themselves in a vast cavern filled with countless treasures. Kevin, always the explorer, dives right in. The minions continue their exploration, stumbling upon ancient gadgets and gizmos that spark their curiosity. As they make their way deeper into the ruins, they find an old gramophone. The minions can't resist the beat, and soon they're busting a move. But their fun is short-lived as a hungry-looking shark suddenly appears. As the shark approaches, Kevin quickly rallies the troops. "Run for the hills," he yells. The shark, oblivious to their hiding spots, swims past them without a clue. Then, as if to make matters worse, a school of piranhas enters the scene. They squeeze through the coral, finding themselves in a narrow tunnel, but their journey is far from over. Ahead, they hear the sound of rushing water, indicating a fast current. The minions huddle together, bracing for the challenge. As they venture further, they notice a faint glow emanating from the end of the tunnel. In the center, a magical artifact hums with energy, emitting a brilliant rainbow light. The minions are mesmerized by its beauty. Kevin steps forward, drawn to the artifact's allure. Fueled by his newfound purpose, Kevin turns to his companions. As they pass through the final archway, they find themselves back on the familiar beach. The minions waste no time in returning home. But before they can take off, a giant octopus emerges from the sea, blocking their path. Its tentacles flail wildly, preventing the minions from leaving. Thinking quickly, Kevin grabs a nearby life preserver, offering it to the octopus as a gift. Relieved, they make a dash for the helicopter. As the blades hoard to life, they look back to see the octopus waving goodbye with one of its tentacles. With a final wave, the minions soar into the sky, leaving the underwater world behind. Back at the base, they gather around the computer, studying the weather reports. From afar, Gru watches them with a mix of fondness and exasperation. As the minions celebrate the changing seasons, they don't notice Gru approaching. Gru can't help but chuckle at the surprised expression on the minion's face. And so, as the autumn leaves fall and the air grows crisp, the minions continue their antics, spreading joy and chaos in equal measure. The minions look up at the night sky, awestruck by the twinkling stars. The sky is ablaze with color, and the once ordinary sights transform into something magical. Soon, they're fast asleep, dreaming of fantastical adventures and a brand new day full of possibilities. A gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, creating a soothing melody. As the moon climbs higher in the sky, it casts its silvery glow over the forest.